Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to the SUPES channel. My name is Matthew Ramos, and on this channel I aim to entertain, inform, and inspire using the topic of discussion as always, which is superheroes. So guys, Avengers Endgame is about to hit theaters. But before I watch the film this Thursday, in this video, I'm going to break down everything that I need to happen in Endgame in order for me to call Endgame a success. But before I do that guys, make sure to stay till the end of the video for giveaway details, as I'm going to be giving away this Avengers Endgame art canvas. So one of the things Avengers Endgame has to have in order for me to call this a success is it has to have the same tone of the first two Avengers movies. In Avengers 1 and in Avengers Age of Ultron, all of the Avengers were united. You heard that theme in the background, and there was many shots of them together fighting alongside each other, and we never got to see that in Avengers Infinity War, because after the events of Captain America's Civil War, the Avengers have been divided ever since. But we haven't seen the Avengers really be united since 2015's Avengers Age of Ultron. I want to see that come back and return in Avengers Endgame in 2019, 4 years from when we last saw them united, because at the end of the day, this is the last film that's going to conclude a 22 arc plot, and I want to see that, you know, that unification, that team dynamic return back in Avengers Endgame. Calling back to Avengers Age of Ultron back in 2015, Tony and Cap have an exchange, and of course Cap says, together we win together or we lose together, but we do it together. And I want to see that line come back to fruition in this movie, because only together can they beat Thanos. In Avengers Infinity War, all of them were divided. Tony and a couple of other heroes were over on Titan. Cap and the rest of the heroes were in Wakanda, and they were completely divided, and that's why Thanos won. But now in Avengers Endgame, this whole movie is about reassembling, and the Avengers who have been divided this whole time need to reassemble, and you know, all of the heroes and everyone that got dusted, they have to come back and reassemble. And this whole movie is just about reassembling and then avenging what happened. So I need to see that come back to fruition in this movie in order for me to call this movie a success. Next on the list, in order for me to call Endgame a success, I need this movie to keep its focus on the main players, the OG Avengers. This is their last movie in the MCU. And after this, Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, they all depart from the MCU. So because this is their last movie, I need them to keep their focus on these characters. I swear to God, I don't know if the dead people are gonna come back early on in the film, but even if they do, I don't want to hear a single line come out of Mantis's mouth. I don't care about anyone else, but this is the OG Avengers movie, and they need to keep the focus on them. I don't want to see, with all of these characters within the MCU coming back and with everyone being a part of this movie at one point or another, I still want them to keep the focus on the OGs, because this is their last movie. Another thing that Endgame has to do correctly is they have to address and delve deep within the character drama. Going into Endgame, there's a ton of character drama. I mean, after everything that Thanos did with the decimation, I want to see these characters really be kind of depressed. And again, when Tony comes back to Earth and reunites with Cap, I want to see them really address that relationship and, you know, the unification of that relationship coming to fruition. Because one of the things that Game of Thrones, calling to Game of Thrones, one of the things this show does so well is that it lives within the character drama. And because there's so much drama amongst the characters that we see, that just enhances everything else. It enhances the action sequences, which can be recreated by any other show. But the reason Game of Thrones is so successful is because they delve deep in their character drama. And I want to see that happen in Avengers Endgame. So like that, when we get to the main parts of the film, the action sequences, those action sequences have so much character drama and character depth behind them that it's not just a regular battle scene. Here, these characters are fighting for their lives, they're fighting for each other, and they're fighting to avenge the dead. Another thing that Endgame has to do in order for me to call it a success which I'm pretty sure this is a sealed done deal. But this movie has to have more Thor in Wakanda-ish moments. Going into Avengers Infinity War, no one saw Thor coming to Wakanda, and having that, with that not being leaked at all, us as the audience were completely surprised by this whole scene. And of course, when Thor came to Wakanda and then dropped the hammer, "Bring me Thanos," boom, the audience just erupted, and that was the biggest applause, biggest cheer out of the entire movie. And that was something that came out of left field. Same thing in Avengers Infinity War with the Red Skull. No one saw that coming. And going into Endgame, I want to have a lot of these moments where us as fans, we speculate a lot, and some of it comes true, some of it doesn't. But I want to see these, these scenes come out of left field, and things that we didn't really fathom and didn't really think would ever come to fruition. But I want to see these scenes come into play in Avengers Endgame. Of course, Captain America, Chris Evans, has stated that Marvel really has thrown out all the tricks in the bag in this movie, and it's like every single time that we think they unveiled all of their tricks, we really don't know what's in store for Avengers Endgame. And I love being so surprised when it comes to movies like this, because when us as fans, hardcore fans, where we speculate and we think that everything's gonna happen a certain way, but when you go into the movie that really you've been analyzing and trying to get so much information on, and then when you go into that movie and the complete opposite happens, then that's just the most shocking, it's the best feeling in the world. And I definitely want to see more Thor and Wakanda kind of moments in Avengers Endgame. Because this is the last movie, I need to see more of these moments happen in Avengers Endgame. And in Avengers Infinity War, Thor and Wakanda was, that was the big moment that we really didn't see coming. Here in Endgame, I want to see multiple moments that we didn't really see coming. Because they filmed a ton of fake footage that they've included in their marketing campaigns, I want to be completely thrown off when I actually see the movie this week. And the final thing that Endgame needs to do in order for me to call this movie a success is it has to stick the landing. This movie is the end of a 22 arc plot. And because this movie concludes so much, I really need the ending to be satisfying. I want to come out of the theater saying, damn, I wouldn't want it to end any other way. That was the most perfect ending. And that's the most important part, because this concludes all of everything that they've been building towards. You don't want to leave the theater ending on a sour note that, damn, like after everything, like this is how it ends. You don't want to leave the theater that way. So it's super important that they stick the landing. And on top of that, out of all of the hype that has been surrounding this movie, this is the most anticipated film of all time across all cinema. So this movie has to deliver, and it has to stick the landing that the fans have been expecting since day one. So there you guys have it. Let me know in the comment section down below, what is one thing that you need to happen in Endgame in order for you to call it a success? Let me know in the comment section down below. Now, getting into giveaway details, guys, I'm giving away this Avengers Endgame art canvas. All you guys have to do to enter this giveaway is like this video, comment down below, and subscribe for an entry towards winning this Avengers Endgame art canvas. So there you guys have it. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys next time.